Good morning and sliding in the afternoon. Nana here, also known as Judy Allan in San Antonio, Texas. And yes, I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator. And you have a different look today. We moved some cameras around because we're going to do something a little different today. You're actually going to see my face as well as my hands while we're creating, all right? So I'm not a mystery person with just hands there. So you have to let me know what you think about it. I don't think we're like etched in stone yet where we're going to put all the cameras and everything and all. And in the meanwhile, we spent 5 hours over the weekend just redoing my whole craft area and everything else. So we're trying to move a lot of it up here to my area where I do my lives. Won't all be up here, right? Because I do a lot of creating downstairs in my whole kitchen area. You know, when you're doing other stuff, so right? So it's not just crafting I do. I like to do laundry and crafting, cooking and crafting. You know, anything that you can do together, right? If you're waiting on time for something, I do crafting there. So, I don't know where it's going to all land, but, it's all about change, right? And what works best. And my techie was here helping me out. So, whoop, whoop. Jennifer Skinner, thank you, because she's my wonderful techie. All right, let's go down the hands. We're going to make an alternative today from the kit Daisy Daydream, which we did live on Sunday, Zoe and we had some door prizes we gave away. So today we're going to make an Easter card, and we're going to use materials from the kit, but we're going to add some things as well too, all right? And you'll just have to check out the tips and tricks that we do today and how we make it happen. That's what it's all about, how do we make it happen, all right? With that, let's go down to the hands and let's do this, okay? So you'll see me 1 minute. I think you're going to get a side view of me is what you're going to get. We haven't finished it all yet. We got to get cameras and computers situated, so this will be moving around. So this is what we got going with what we did on Sunday. Some real pretty cards. And the kits are just beautiful. The only thing we didn't add on here that we'll most probably still add is some Wink of Stella, because Wink of Stella is my friend. We can add all kinds of things Wink of Stella. All right, so what we've done today is we're going to make an Easter card. You can see part of it right here already. I've literally taken a die set, and it's the Arch dies. See, I got it right here. It's Everyday Arches dies, and this is what we used to sit there and cut this out. And when we did it, instead of, I'll show you right here because I got it as well too. This is what it looks like if you just die cut it out, right? So when you sit there and just put it off to the edge here, like I did off the edge of the envelope, then I get something that looks like this, all right? So you can see where the envelope is right here. And here is what's left of the envelope by the time we got through doing what we did. So I did some fussy cutting as well too, and you'll see that in just a minute. So I fussy cut this piece right here. All right, so we're not going to need that right now because I've already done it. So we have choices to make, right? And if you're out there, I will try to pay attention with the cameras and everything all set up differently now. It's a little different, right? That's all I can say. It's a little different. It takes getting used to, especially since we're not sure if it's going to anchor and stay this way or not. Is always interesting because you don't really know, right? So this is actually what is in the kit right now. And you fold it in half, so we have choices, right? So I went ahead and brought some white cardstock, and I will try to say hello. I do try to check over my shoulder every once in a while, see if I got any comments or anything to respond to. So when you look at this here, this is just a plain white cardstock, and this is what came in the kit. It's just got a little bit. Trying to see if you can see the yellow in there or not. You really can't. Well, I guess you can. You can see that there's something there, right? It's hard to always see exactly what it is. So we have choices, and the choices is I already know what we're gonna do because I already envisioned some of this in my mind what we're gonna do. So I was gonna do this here, and this is a lemon lolly cardstock, and we're gonna put this right in here. All right, and then I have these fussy cut that we're gonna work in here. All right. So that's just sort of the way it's going. And this is going to be able to open, all right? Because I'm going to put Happy Easter in here. And then when they open the card, I'm going to have Easter blessings. And I've got plenty of room to write, all right? So this just sort of gives you an idea what it looks like here. All right. So this has got subtle, really, 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 really subtle colors. What I'm going to do on this here is I thought it'd be cool to sit there and let's put some yellow around here. Just a little bit. We're just going to use a blending brush. And if you go into some of your old paper pumpkin kits, you may have this color. This is Lemon Lolly. And actually it's a light color. It can be as heavy or as light as you want, right? So the main thing is when you use blending brush, small or large, it doesn't matter, right? You're either going to do lightly, a small area, or you can do a large area. So what I work at trying to do, see how I sit there and do like that? So that's why I always sort of start off there and then I color it, all right? So I'm just doing a subtle color because this has already got yellow in it, right? So you can see if I just add just a touch of yellow, it just looks like almost like a, I don't know, brightness from the sun, right? All right, so let's do this. I'm just going to do it on the top. I'm not going to do it on the bottom. And we'll see how we like it. And all I'm going to do is take from here and I'm just going to come across like this here. Okay, and that way if I do heavy, it's going to be right there and not over here. I only need about the top half. All right, let's see how that looks. And let me put this aside because I always have visions of sticking my hand in there, right? If you, that is not uncommon or hard for me to do. All right, so let me just show you the difference, okay? So here's where I've just added just a little bit of yellow on the top. I didn't do it on the bottom because my flowers are going to take some of it up on the bottom versus here. Okay, I just liked adding just a little extra touch of color there is what I want to do, right? Because I think of Easter Sunday, I think of it being a very beautiful day. And we're just going to put this down. I'm going to put this down with stamping seal. I could do it with glue. I'm going to try to do the small one with glue. I'm going to put this down right here. And before I push this down and actually get it anchored in place, I'm just going to make sure my flowers, how my flowers are going to look, okay? For me, that's the flowers, because I fussy cut them. So these I'm going to put down here. We're actually going to finish fussy cutting just a little bit more, but I want it right here, right? I want the flowers there. Because I always think of Easter Sunday morning with the flowers. It's a bright, beautiful, sunshiny day. So we're just going to put like right here. So this is actually not going to be centered per se. It'll be centered from the left side and the right side of the card. You see it wants to stick already. I'm just going to center it left to right. And that's just going to go up there like that. Okay, so you can see it's just a little bit above. But it's just getting the position you want to get it in, right? All right, now we're going to sit there and get this down here at the bottom. Now you can see how this curves because this is the flap, backside flap of the card there. So we're going to have to separate this just a little bit. So the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to come around. I'm going to try to find a natural area, right? Because you can see the leaves here and so forth and so on. So it's okay. And I'm just going to take it like right about here. Because it's all going to cross over anyway. And you'll see that in just a minute. I'm just going to take it off just a little bit like that. Because this had just a little bit of blue on top. And I'm going to do the same thing here. And again, I'm just going to take it. Trying to see which way would be the best way here. Just follow a line that looks natural for you. Okay? There's no perfect way because what's going to happen is I'm going to put this down here on the edge here. And I am going to just go ahead and put it down with glue. And then I'm going to put the other one on the edge. And then the other one's just going to come on top, and it's just going to look like they all blend together, okay? Let me get this on here. So I'm going to get this right here. I'm just going to put it right here on the edge, and if I need to trim a little afterwards, I can, right? But the main thing is I just want to get it on the edge. I'm going to do that with both of these, and like I said, the other one's going to be on top. And the other one I can do with dimensionals, right? Doesn't have to be flat. The other one can be with dimensionals. It's going to look like it's got dimensionals. Anyway, because I cut the leaves. So if you didn't notice, I actually cut in between the leaves like that. So if I wanted to curl them up, I could. So the whole 3D effect, right? Oh, but you were supposed to have storms, thunderstorms today. Get some rain. Like, see how I'm going to put this over here right now? And so you really, you're just going to see mainly, you can focus on the greenery, right? So I'm just going to put that with a dimensional. Just give a little height because it won't matter. Alright, and then from there, we'll work on building the next piece, component here. But I just want to get my flowers on here, right? I fussy cut these. You can call them fussy cutting, hand cutting, whatever you want to do. But because I had some extra little room there, this is a little bit longer, when I trim this off, this allowed this to all be in there, and this by putting this on dimensionals, it crosses over about where the cut line is, right? So that's why you don't have to worry about it. Okay, there you go. So we got this at the bottom, and don't worry, we're going to add wing Costello. So on the inside of this, I actually had choices. So I showed you where I die cut. This is just the edge of the envelope, and when you put the die on, when you don't want to cut this off, you just put it off to the edge, and you get a nice little door like this. Or if you did it all the way, it would look like this. So I actually had choices. I have the choice. This one I like the best, but it's all about choices, right? So I went ahead and did a die that was a little bit smaller than I used to cut this out to begin with. And then you can see if I wanted to cover this up completely, I could, right? But I'm not, because that's not what my goal was. I just wanted to showcase and show off this here. So I'm actually going to go ahead and stamp this here. Now this is actually from the last month's stamp set, dealing with spring, and it had Happy Easter in it. So I'm going to use this here. You can see that I've got He Is Risen on a tag already. Well, I pre-stamped that from, I'm going to say He Is Risen, but that's not the name of it. I'll think of it maybe in a minute. I'm just going to stamp Happy Easter in here. And we're just going to put this down in here. And then we're just going to put this on the center of the card there. So yes, we're taking the kit, right, and we're just adding some few things to it. So if you are one of my Paper Pumpkin subscribers, you get some coordinating cardstock from me, which would be some part of it is Lemon Lolly, right, which is color there. And I look to see what's on back and what else they recommend. Okay, so you get that, and if you're one of my subscribers, you also get some tutorials of using just the stamp set once you're through the kit. All right, now I actually I raised this up as well too because I want my flowers, right? I want to keep my flowers. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this back here. See, you can see the envelope back here, but nobody's gonna know, right? I don't know about you. I've already got a list of over 23 Easter cards to send out. I'm still working on them. I've already mailed them out to immediate family, right? Like my children, my grandchildren. Let's see if I can get this one up here. I was trying to think who else. Yep. Children, grandchildren, aunts. I have 2 special aunts. One is going to be like 98 this year, I believe. Yep, 98. She's going to be 98. And the other aunt's going to be 85? Yeah, 85. Wow. Okay. So see how that's going to go right there? Now, these are leftovers that I had done that if you saw in Adventure Stamping, I've been making Easter cards. And I'm going to just take this cross and I'm going to put it right here, and I'm going to put it up on dimensionals as well, too. This is from the same set that's got He Is Risen. Can't think of the name of it right now, but it's okay. I can always post it later. I thought I brought it with me, and I did not. So I'm just looking for it. So one side's going to be raised more than the other, and you can look on the back to see. So that's the part I'm going to make sure is on front. And I did this, yeah, so this is, when I have leftover stuff, I save it because I know I'll use it, right? I don't know about you, but I know I'll use it. So it's like if I had to go and die cut it or do anything with it, it's like, yeah, you can bet I'm going to use it. So I'm just put that right there. And then I'm going to put He Is Risen. So it's okay if this sticks out, right? Because when I open this, you'll get your Happy Easter. And it's all right that this is right here. I am actually just going to sit up here and glue that left side down. And this one spot right there, I'm going to actually I'm not going to put a dimensional because, right, I'm going to be able to open that. So let's just put this down with glue. I almost talked myself into doing that before I created a problem. An opportunity for creativity, right? Not a problem. Opportunity for creativity. There's just some days I just don't want the opportunity. I want to be able to do what I want to do. All right, so we're going to stick this here, and we are going to add some embellishments because I got these cute, adorable bees I've used just about on everything, but we're going to save it to last. And then when we open this up, so we got He Is Risen. We got a beautiful Easter card right here. We got Happy Easter. And then when they open the card, we're going to have Easter blessings in here. So this is actually from Storybook Life. And when I go to do this, we're just going to do Easter, like this here. And then I'll just clean this off, and then I'll do blessings underneath. So either way, I've done it both ways, where I've done Easter first or I did blessings next. Doesn't matter. You still get the end result, right? That's what it's all about. Creating, sharing, and giving. And we're going to get these Easter cards out. So you may not see, I'll have to take a picture before I mail these out, right? So I have them, which came in handy because I'm still making Easter cards and I already mailed the cards out I made. So it helps to have the tutorials or a picture so I know what I did, right? Because, yeah, if I send to some siblings, I'd make sure the other siblings get the same cards. And that's okay too, right? All right, so here we go. He is risen, right? And we got our flowers under there with the flowers matching here. And we're going to put a bee there. We got Happy Easter. And then we have Easter blessings. Seems like there was something else. Let's see what else is on this stamp set here. I was thinking that I wanted to add. But it wasn't this one. Let's see what's in here. Seems like there was one other thing. Because we do have flowers on here. I wasn't going to add the bead cones. We could add the flowers right here. But I didn't really want to do that. And I got the bee as well too. Nope. Okay. I want to make sure I didn't change my mind or anything like that. Okay, I did not. I still am doing the same thing. So let's just put our bee on here and then we are done. That's just how easy it is to make this. It doesn't take long to die cut at all. Let's get a couple of bees here. I already know I want one here. I don't know if I want it there or if I want it down here. But I have choices, right? Yes, so these tiny little bees, couldn't tell you how many containers I've gone through, but I know this is at least my third or fourth one. All right, so we're going to put some bees there, just sort of placing them around, right? And I have taken ribbon to drape across the cross as well. Let's see if we want it right there instead. It's okay. We'll just put one here and we'll put one down here. Okay. Alright, so let's just get some glue. Yeah, so this is actually a metal, right? So you really need glue to put it down and let it dry. So you're right, Easter Sunday, if you don't know, is the 20th, which is not, I was going to say it's not even next weekend, because next weekend is the 11th, so it's 2 weeks away. So you still have time to make cards, right? And get them out in the mail before Christmas, Easter. Everything feels like Christmas, but it's Easter. Okay. It's because people get gifts at Easter time too, don't they? Usually get something from the Easter Bunny. Somebody's already telling me, not to mention names, is already telling me all the things they needed. He said he needed 20 more toys. And I was like, why? You got a lot of toys. He goes, well, I need 20 more. So anyway, there you go. Kids are funny, right? They're fun, though. They're so fun. So there you go. Just a quick and easy. So all I did, right, is I die cut out the envelope. I fussy cut the flap on the envelope. I added some yellow cardstock here that I die cut. This was die cut too. So we've got Happy Easter in here. We got Easter blessings as well. And then we just came and added some yellow right there with a brush. Okay? So there you go. So if you wanted to, you could add, I have done some ribbon where I just come across and have it draped like that. I haven't done it on this one. If I change my mind, I'll change my mind and I'll just do it that way and post it for you so you can see. So I hope you enjoy that, right? Because it's all about creating, sharing, and giving. And that's what it's about, right? So there's no reason why you can't go out there and create, share, and give. You can make it as simple as you want, or you can make it as advanced as you want, right? It's all about the idea that you're creating something and giving it to someone and making their day. So I hope you enjoy this. And I want to thank you for supporting us not only here on Zoe and Nana Stamping, but also on Adventure Stamping. We're here on Facebook. And thank you for supporting us on YouTube and Instagram, because Miss Zoe has taken up the baton to post different cards that we make out there on Instagram now. Whoop, whoop. Taking one thing off of Nana. Yes. All right. Be blessed. Look forward to seeing you next week on Teach Me Nana. Bye.